What is the next topic today?
Okay, next is David Sickles. Hey, John. So I read a report that Kevin Costner and Diane Lane are teaming up again, not for Superman movie. It's a thriller directed by Thomas Bezucha called Let Him Go. It sounds intriguing. I loved the heart they brought in Man of Steel. What are your thoughts?
I think this sounds awesome. Now, first of all, obviously, I'm a little predisposed to loving this. It's like a Man of Steel reunion. You got me every time because you guys know how much I love Man of Steel. But really, put that aside. Kevin Costner is a Hall of Famer. Diane Lane is a Hall of Famer. These are both people with a lot of awards, accolades, and things like that. They're both terrific performers. I think sometimes people forget just how good Kevin Costner can be. Unfortunately, we just go back and think of him in Robin Hood, which, where he floated in and out of that weird English accent of his. Sometimes he had an accent, sometimes he's like, who cares? But he's a terrific actor and a terrific performer. So for those of you who haven't heard anything about this, Let Him Go. It does sound fascinating. So they play a couple whose son has passed away, and their son had a kid. And they didn't go into all the details, but the kid is with another family now that lives in this remote area in the mountains and woods, right? And they will not give back their grandchild. They will not give back their grandchild. So it's this kind of thriller idea that they got to go and get their kid back. The idea of seeing a Kevin Costner and a Diane Lane in a film like that, acting off each other. Again, I think these are two first ballot Hall of Famers. I'm excited about it. I think it sounds terrific. I think it sounds intriguing. I love a good thriller. So yeah, sign me up for this. I think this sounds great. Rob, what are your reactions to hearing about this?
Well, first of all, Diane Lane and Kevin Costner are two of my favorite people to watch in movies. I mean, I love them both. I watched the trailer for The Highwaymen dropped about the two Texas Rangers that took down Bonnie and Clyde, and he's in that. It's a Netflix movie, and Diane Lane, growing up, she was one of the most beautiful women I'd ever seen. I love when she played Ellen Aim, leader of the band The Attackers in Streets of Fire. I mean, she was in Rumblefish and The Outsiders. I mean, she can do no wrong. And Kevin Costner, of course, starting in Silverado and Field of Dreams. And I mean, I love that guy. And I think this kind of movie, bring it on. I mean, to me, this is the kind of movie that would come out in like the early 90s, and you'd have to go see it. Everybody would go see this. Then you watch it on HBO 4,000 times. I can't wait.